John Burt Realty may have began this year on a slow note, but despite the pandemic and M24 construction starting, they're still selling homes.
The pandemic pretty much shut the real estate market down for pretty much close to 45 days. We were deemed essential, I believe it was May 7th, where we could start showing houses again. So really for the last few weeks we were able to start showing houses again. But for the time period where the governor had the stay at home, stay safe order, we were not allowed to go out and show houses. That impacted the market pretty severely.
John Burt says instead of shutting down completely, his company used 3D tours to show homes.
We did, and we still have the capability of doing virtual tours. We have been doing virtual walkthroughs. We've had sellers actually do their own virtual walkthroughs with Facebook Lives. So we have had a lot of technology so that the virtual showings were pretty easy for us to do because we were already pretty much a web-based company anyways.
He says he's going to continue to use the technology in addition to in-person showings.
It's a good way for a buyer to limit their search down pretty quickly. So we do, really request the buyer to go ahead and sort through a lot of the properties, a lot of the inventory virtually. But still, buying a house still is seeing it, feeling it, smelling it, knowing really what it is. Because a picture in a virtual tour can make a house look something totally different than what it is. So even though we were taking offers on properties with people not seeing the houses, we always made it subject to them seeing it. So we were still selling houses during the pandemic, even though we still couldn't see them. It's just that when the governor released the real estate as being essential, we were able to hurry up and show buyers that already had houses already picked out.
Burt says the market has taken a hit, but he doesn't expect for it to stay down for too long.
Of course, everybody's taken, a decline in sales. Everybody's declined in sales, and I see the market continually to go forward. It's still a good market. People still need to buy. People still need to move. People need to sell. So it's going to come back.
He says home buyers shouldn't expect lower prices, though.
The average price has gone up. So you think it would go down. You have to remember, real estate's a supply and demand. So when there's little supply, prices go up. So what we found in Oxford, the average sales price actually went up 5.6% this year so far. So thinking that they can wait and get a low ball offer through or a great value, that's hard because there's not enough inventory in the market to warrant that. And that's what we're also telling sellers. So if you're buying, you still may be in a multiple offer position, but as a seller, it's still a good time to sell because there's still buyers out there that need to buy, and there's little inventory on the market.
With the pandemic seemingly behind most businesses, Burt says the next obstacle will be M24 construction.
M24 will affect us. How much, that's still to be determined. My concern is for the people who own the houses in the village of Oxford. It might affect them a little bit more.
Burt says he knows once construction is over, it will benefit local businesses.
Us as a real estate office, a lot of what we've been doing is virtually anyways. So all our bookkeeping, all our offers, all the activities that go with day-to-day real estate sales can all be done remotely. So saying that, it's easier for us to adapt versus someone who has a retail store that depends upon the traffic to come in. We like people to come in. We like helping them look at homes, try to help them through that process. And we have the ability to do that, but we also have the ability to do that virtually too. I think once the project's done in Oxford, it will make Oxford look pretty, like you say. And anytime there's any type of downtown development, that historically has a good appreciation, and the community will come together, and it will help all of Oxford. So it's not just us as real estate. It will help all the restaurants. It will help all the other businesses in the area. And we just hope they get it done quickly, on time, and on budget. I think Oxford's a great place to be. We've been here for 24 years, and we've seen a lot of changes. And I think with the pandemic being done, and with the road construction, even though that is a short-term hiccup in the area, I think Oxford's going to be a great place to be and a great place to live.